Sup crew, it's your boy Ish, back at it again, chilling. We're here again with another video for you guys. I do apologize for the lack of content for last week. I couldn't come up with anything that I would seem worthy enough to dive into. So I don't want to, like I mentioned before, I don't want to half-ass anything. So I just throw in the towel. I was like, no, I'm not gonna find anything that I'm gonna be passionate about. It's not gonna be worth it. So that's why I didn't give you guys a video last week. But I'm here this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to remind you guys that I do stream on Twitch. You guys can catch me up on Twitch on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thursdays I stream from 9 p.m. to around midnight Eastern time, and then Fridays and Saturdays I stream from 9 p.m. to around 2 a.m. Eastern time as well. But anyways, hit me up on the socials. All the links are down below. Hit me up. But anyways, let's get to it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and that way you can be ready for all my upcoming videos. Anyways, subject for today: GameStop. It's if you're a gamer, I mean you know about GameStop. It might not be as big part of your life now as it was before, but man, I mean everybody knows GameStop, right? Even if you're not a gamer, I'm sure you have friends or family that are gamers, and that's your go-to place to shop for anything gaming related. But so let's kind of dive into some GameStop. What made GameStop successful? Um, First of all, they have their Power Up Rewards Pro. Which I guess with that subscription, you would get discounts on like used games, or I think even on new games and stuff like that. You would get like a certain percentage of a discount. Also, receive a subscription to their magazine called Game Informer, which for a couple of years I did subscribe, because not only were you getting savings, but you're also getting a subscription, so it was like a bonus. So so in its own right, Game Informer is still a pretty legit gaming magazine in my view. And then you have your trade-ins, right? So trade-ins are a big part of GameStop's success. For one of its advantages of a trade-in is for people that are buying a used game, you're getting a game at a reduced price, right? Yeah, you're getting the game used, but you're still getting that game for cheap. Depending on how late in that game's life cycle, that would kind of determine how cheaper you get it opposed to a new version. All right, now let's talk about some cons for the trade-ins, right? So whenever you trade in a game, you're pretty much gonna get almost next to nothing for it. I mean, GameStop has to make a profit, right? So they're gonna make sure that they're gonna give you less than what they're gonna eventually turn around and offer or sell it for. Which kind of sucks, because so one, you're getting a pretty crappy amount, and then two, you you either trade it in for in-store credit or cash. If you get cash, you actually get even a smaller amount than what you would get with store credit, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, you're getting some money back, but you're still gonna have to give it right back to GameStop because you're gonna get a bigger amount from a store credit than just cash. So that kind of sucks. And then also, whenever you're buying a used game, you're pretty much cutting out the publisher and the developers, right? They're not getting any money off of that purchase. So they're only getting money if you buy a new copy of a game. So that's always been a big blow to the developers and the publishers. Yeah, GameStop's making all this money off of them, and the publishers and developers aren't getting anything. So that's always been a kind of a negative light on the pre-owned game business. Another success story for GameStop is the pre-orders, right? one of the pros of a pre-order is if you pre-order a game, that's pretty much you're reserving your copy, right? That means launch day one, you're guaranteed to have a copy available just for you. And also, there's it became pretty popular to for publishers and developers to add in-game bonuses to people that pre-ordered their games, right? You would get, like it was like some sort of skin, or maybe like an extra weapon or something like that, for showing your, I guess, your support for pre-ordering the game. More recently, there's certain pre-order bonuses that are only console exclusive. So that kind of sucks that even, yeah, you're pre-ordering a game, but you might not get the same thing as one of your buddies that's on a different system, because they happen to have like a console exclusive bonus for that same game. All right, moving on. Then you have GameStop does have its share of drama, right? So one of the big things that I think happened to me was you go in to buy a new game, and you don't get the nice, crispy, shrink wrapped game. You get they give you a box, and then they bring out a little disc and an envelope from their drawers, right? And that's you're paying for a new game. You didn't even get the chance to open your copy because it's already opened. So that was a big thing. And from when I did a little research for this video, apparently they say that that only happened whenever all of the new games, or all of the new copies of a game, were sold. And if that would happen to be the last copy of what they considered new, then you would get that one. So that kind of sucked. But that did happen to me, and I think I asked them if I could get a new copy, but they did give me a new copy. So I don't know what the deal was. I don't know why they decided to give me an open copy of a game. It was a big thing recently. It was the what GameStop calls the Circle of Life program. So basically, it's like quotas for all of the employees at GameStop that they have to sell certain percentages of each of different things. They have a different percentage for pre-orders, reward card subscriptions, used sales, and trading. So those are 4 things, right? So that's 25% of all of your business that you're doing, of all of your transactions. So let's say you make 100 transactions, 25. What their goal was to have 25 of those be pre-orders, 25 of those be your subscription to that reward card, 25% of that used sales, used games, and then 25% is trade-in. So if you, let's say, let's say a new game comes out, right? Launch day, it's a big release. So you're gonna sell a bunch of these copies of the new game, right? So then that means all of your other sales are gonna be low. All of your pre-orders are gonna be low. Your used game sales are gonna be low because you've been selling more new copies of a game than you've been selling pre-owned copies of other games. So that got a lot of flack, a lot of heat for GameStop, which they eventually stopped doing that on an individual basis. So now, instead of doing it for each employee, I think what they did was they did it for each store. So each store was responsible for having at least 75% of their sales divided evenly, or at least to 3 of those 4 categories. Which is still maybe might not be as more pressure for the employees, but it's still, you still have to meet that quota. And then there comes the bad. So beginning around 2016, GameStop sales, or just the GameStop starts to decline. One of the main reasons is digital sales. PS4, Xbox One, Steam. You have whatever, the Nintendo eShop. All of those platforms are now selling games that you can straight from the system, right? There's no need for you to go to the store or to GameStop anymore. You can just buy it from the comfort of your couch. So then in early 2017, Xbox or Microsoft announced the Xbox Game Pass. So for one monthly fee, you had access to all of these games. So there goes the need to go and buy some pre-owned game, right? Because you can just get it on your PlayStation. You have access to all of these games from your Xbox, excuse me. So after that announcement of the Xbox Game Pass, the GameStop shares dropped by 8%. Soon after, you know, GameStop announced that they were closing around 150 stores. So that announcement took a big hit. That's a lot of potential used game sales that they just lost, right? Um, and then fast forward to 2018, uh, GameStop showed the biggest loss in GameStop history. They reported a net loss of $673 million. That's a big chunk of change. So it's kind of GameStop is kind of against the wall. They're losing business left and right. There's just so much nowadays. There's really not much of a need to go to GameStop anymore. Like I mentioned before, you can buy all your games online. You can, Amazon. I'm sure is taking a lot of business, and then you can. They have like a sale for new games. You get a certain percentage off if you buy from Amazon, right? If you for Amazon Prime. I mean, there's just so much other stuff or so much outlets that you can get your games from that GameStop is just not a big necessity anymore. Um, so right now what GameStop is doing is they're thinking of concept stores. There's a couple of concept stores um, that GameStop has that they're what they're doing is kind of more of a social. They're approaching it as a more of a social experience, a GameStop store. So instead of going to GameStop to go buy some games or something, you're gonna go and hang out. You're gonna go to GameStop to hang out. They're providing spaces for tabletop gaming. Playing some I don't know some Magic, some Pokemon, maybe some Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. Um, you're also having tables with a bunch of gaming PCs, so you can go and just hang out, and go play some games, and then have also this area set up with like retro games. Just to, I guess just to pull in any type of crowd that they can. So for these concept stores to be able to access all of these games, it's free. They're not gonna charge you to go hang out there. All you need is a power up rewards card, which I think you can get for free anyways, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of what GameStop is at. That's what they're attempting. That's I guess you could say that's their Hail Mary, right? They're kind of don't know what they're stuck. They don't know what else to do. What else can they do to attract people to stay afloat? Is it doomed? Um, Myself, I haven't gone to GameStop to. I haven't had the need to actually go to GameStop in ages. I really don't remember the last time that I said, "Oh, I need to go to GameStop to get this." I have gone to GameStop recently, within the past couple of months, because I have a GameStop at one of the malls. So it's just usually if I go out with a friend or so, we'll go in there and take a look and stuff. But that's really the only reason why I visited a GameStop is because it's at the mall, and it's just a stop at my lap around the mall. So I mean, other than that, I have no reason anymore to visit a GameStop. So what I don't want. So what can they do? In my opinion, I don't think GameStop can afford to have individual GameStop stores, right? Like, um, my nearest GameStop is actually it's located at a mall, right? But it's it's outside of the mall. So if the mall was closed for some reason, GameStop would still be open, right? But at the one where I visit, at the other mall that I go to, it's actually in the mall. So I think GameStop's best bet is to just keep those open, right? Because think about it, shopping season, the holidays, right? Your parents, grandparents, they go to the mall to go Christmas shopping, and they're gonna do the same thing that I do. They're just gonna make that one of their stops just because they happen to be there and be, oh, let's maybe we can get something for little Jimmy here at this store. That's really the only thing that I think can keep it afloat. Will the social approach work for GameStop? I don't know. I mean, I don't imagine myself or any of my friends saying, "Hey guys, let's go to GameStop, go play some games." I mean, we can just be our own spots, play online, and good to go. We're just gonna be the same thing, right? We're gonna be at the comfort of our homes. I mean, really, I don't know what GameStop can do to stay afloat. Let me know your thoughts, guys. GameStop, do you think it's gonna survive? Do you think it's the end for GameStop? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Hope you guys liked this video. Take it easy. Have a good one. Hit that subscribe button. See you guys later. Peace out.